guys, Randy Curtis with ABD Academy, and this baseball video is going to be on how to get the biggest lead possible at first base with the ability to get back to the bag and also being able to steal a base. So we really want to make sure that you have a really detailed plan on how to do this. Something I learned in college is I actually figured out, okay, who's the best pitcher on our team, who has the very best pickoff move, and his name happened to be Ben Blumdahl. Ben's a friend of mine. He actually ended up playing in the big leagues with the Detroit Tigers, and he is very good at holding base runners on. So after practice one day, I said, hey, Ben, I want you to come out and stand on the mound. I want you to try and pick me off. So we did this for about 20 different pickoffs. And what I did was I kept expanding my lead to get as big a lead as possible, and then I knew how big my lead was. Okay, so I'm going to teach you what we did. But essentially, I went to the bag, and I'd been on the mound, so I wasn't real methodical on how I got my lead yet. So I just got a distance, okay? Something that I felt comfortable with, and I put a marker down on the ground. And so I was here, and I got a good base running stance, and I had him pick over. So I would dive back. Okay? And then as I went, I would expand my lead a little bigger, and then a little more, and then a little more, until I got to where I felt I got as far as I could, big a lead as possible, okay, but still being able to get back to the bag on a pitcher with a great move. Now, once I had this distance down, okay, and I knew what it looked like, I measured it. So I measured the distance. So I got a tape measure, and I knew exactly what it was. And then I did a second thing, is I learned how to get to that position comfortably. And that's going to be in another video tutorial that we're going to do. So I was able to get to that position, okay, and get to that spot. Okay? And what I would do before each game, because we're on different fields, and the grasses are always cut different, is prior to the game, I would walk off first base, I would take my lead, and then I would make a line in the dirt. So after I got to first base, I got my single, or I got my base on balls, or whatever it was, and I got there, and when I took my lead, I knew where I needed to get, and I knew if I could get that size lead, there was no way they were going to pick me off, and I also knew it was a big enough lead to be able to get me to second base. So that's a great way to do it. Okay, find the best pitcher, have him work with you. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take you and another player, okay, to be able to figure out who it is and find the best guy. Okay, find the best guy, work with him. Measure your distance. Figure out how many feet it is. Then what I want you to do is figure out how you're going to be able to get to that spot comfortably. And we're going to go over that also, because it should look a certain way. Okay? And then you can adjust from there. So you get in the game, and let's say you face a guy that's better than your pitcher, and he's quicker. Okay, well, you might have to shorten up your lead, so you're not going to be able to get quite to your line. Or maybe he's even slower than your guy. So now you can adjust, and you can go beyond your line. So those are little things, little slight variations, the slight adjustments. Those are all the homework that it takes to be a great base stealer. So I hope this little trick helps, and I'll see you on the next video.